can do that to take some tension off the cable. Now you can free spool it. We've got a free spool lever over here that disengages the gear train from the motor and the drum. So you can see how easy it is to free spool that compared to powering it out. Powering it out, you could do that if you needed to, but it takes some time, and it also is going to drain your battery down a little bit, and it's going to heat up the motor a little bit. So it's a lot easier to do it this way here. Something you can see how the cable's getting all loose on there and stuff? That's fairly common for cable, for wire rope. A lot of guys don't like wire rope because of this. So that's why a lot of the guys go with synthetic instead. There's a big debate out there whether synthetic's better or wire rope's better. So I'll talk about that a little bit more later on. Nope. Something that you do want to check into whenever you're using a winch is you want to do a quick rope inspection. Hey, have you stretched the rope on this?
Once. All the way out once.
Once, okay. Out. I do see a flat spot in the cable here.
That was a pinch where I had to wrap it around here and reverse it and pull it out because it got inside.
Really? Yeah. That's another argument as to why wire rope and synthetic rope, one is better than the other. He's got a pretty good kink going in here where it's a good flat spot and stuff like that. If you guys want to look up here real quick, you can see it. Yeah. That one there is probably bad enough to where the strength of the cable has been compromised to a certain point.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah. So, you know, with one like this here, you might want to consider replacing the rope. But your basic single line pull, you got your tree saver, you got your hook on the shackle, just like you see here.
Do you want me to put it in neutral and lock the brake, or leave it in park?
You can just leave it in park. I'm not going to really pull it. I'm just going to just put some tension in the cable.
Sure.
So just to give you an idea, you can hear the motor running, and you notice I toggled the switch a couple of times there towards the end. So this is your basic single line pull. Right now there's about 1, 2, 3, 4 wraps of cable on the drum. So if you were looking at the drum down here, you got 4 wraps above it, okay? This is really common where you've only got maybe, about 30, 40 feet of cable out, and you're going to pull yourself up over a stump or a root or something like that, or just get you up over a rock up a steep hill. Then you're getting, then you'll be going up the trail farther and on your way. This is when it's fairly easy to damage the lower layers of wire rope on the drum. And this is where, synthetic rope is a little bit better. This is one of the arguments where guys will say, well, I'd rather have synthetic rope, and they are right. A way to prevent this is to pull more cable off the drum, pull on a lower layer of the drum, preferably the last layer where you're just spooling directly onto the drum itself. Disadvantage of that is it's going to take a little bit longer to spool all the cable on after you're finished. For safety, we got a little guy coming up here. You always want to stand way back. Yep. You want to do that. Right. Safety zones, if you're going up a hill, safety zones are the back of the vehicle. If something was to let loose, the vehicle started going back, someone was back there, they're going to get hurt. You want to keep everybody 6, 8, 10 feet to either side. The person operating the winch is the one responsible. So if there's a little one like this walking by, you want to make sure either you stop winching before he does that, because sometimes they might be making a beeline for mom or dad and they don't know, and you say stop and they're not even listening to you. So you got to really be watching careful. If this rope was tight and something happened just as he's coming to the line, he could have gotten hurt. So you got to really be careful. Winching is a real dangerous exercise, whether it's you handling the rope right here next to the fair lead, or whether it's an anchor coming loose or a tree possibly coming down or something like that. So you've got to really, really be careful. Something that is really important to know The winches are all rated when you're spooling the first wrap of wire rope onto the drum. So that's when you when your winch is going to pull rated load. This winch here is rated 8,000 pounds. And that's only when you're spooling the first layer. As soon as you stack a second layer on top of there, you're effectively changing the gear ratio of the winch. So you're losing about 1,000 pounds pulling capacity. So it goes from an 8,000 pound winch to a 7,000 pound winch. Third layer, it's a 6,000 pound winch. Fourth layer, you know, you're losing 1,000 pounds again.
Wow.
That's something a lot of guys don't understand.
So you're better off having less cable actually and carry more wrap or more strap or something.
And that's something some guys do. You know, with the 8274 on my winch, I have 150 feet of cable compared to 195 on a lot of other winches, and you know that's something I could do. You know, to get around that. But then again, if that tree is just 60 feet away and you only have 50 feet of cable and you left your extension at home, then you're in trouble. Hey, I'm in the sun. Come on.
Yeah, come on.